Hey, welcome back to this channel. My name is Iris and I got news for you. This video is about a new project that I have going on. Actually, it's more of a book than a project, and I have translated the first part of my book that I already have published in German into English. So, all you lovely people out there speaking English will be able to purchase this book very, very soon, in a couple of days. And the name of the book is The Ray Children Book. And this book consists of two parts. The first part is about the rays themselves and the ray children. So what is a ray? What is a ray child? What are the different rays that are? What are the specifics and the features of these rays, and what do they enable these ray children to do, and what could be like the potentials that they get, and what could be the potential life tasks or the areas, the fields where their life tasks probably are. So it's a book about people. It is written in interview form, so it's my questions and the answers from the keepers of the rays. So it's rather easy to understand because you have the human perspective and you have the answers coming from the keepers of the rays, so from the spiritual world, so to say. And I have received these information like more than 10 years ago. When I was busy that time. Oh gosh, it's like really a long time ago. And I found it very helpful to understand myself better, to understand other people better, and to understand social interactions and needs of this world, and generally the world better. So it's really an eye-opening and inspiring and motivating and heart-opening book. It is a book for parents and grandparents and everyone who works with people. So teachers, social workers, psychologists, everyone who works with people, also people in the network marketing industry maybe, or in personal development, coaches, all of these people would benefit from reading this book. So let's start by what is a ray child and what is a ray. I want to give you a little bit of little bits of information so you can get the idea what this is about, so you can figure out whether it is something that is interesting for you or not. So a ray child is a person. It can also be an adult, but we are referred to as ray children. Because, well, a human for a soul that is immortal is kind of young. Anyway, so the ray children are people who come to this world not only to make experiences and yeah, work on letting go or balancing, harmonizing, neutralizing past karma, or, resolving old issues. Um, the Ray children have tasks that go beyond that. They are here to save humanity and the planet and the universe in evolution. Because evolution, ta ta da, spoiler alert, is nothing that is a thing of a past. Evolution is happening right now at a tremendous pace. Sometimes when you watch the news, if you do that, you might think, oh my gosh, we're going backwards. Yep, we're not going backwards, but yeah. Evolution is happening right now. And I am very, very happy that we have the Ray children who are already incarnated, and there are way more to come. And they are constantly coming all the time. So many children who are born today are actually Ray children. Even many teenagers, many young adults. I'm a Ray child. I'm 39 years old. So, yeah, chances are that the person watching this video might also be a Ray child. Anyway, so, Ray children are here to serve, and they have different potentials because there are different needs on Earth. There are needs in humanity for healing, for evolving, for realizing, for doing things differently, for questioning things that are no longer good, that have not been good actually for a very long time, or that maybe never were that great. But now is the time where these old systems that are not working for people, that are not working for nature, those systems will fall. They will fall, they will break apart, or they will be questioned and transformed. So, the softest thing for us as humanity would be if we got rid of things that do not serve us, things that only serve some very few people who benefit from that, maybe financially, or with the illusion that they have power. And usually it's on the cost of many other people or nature or just like everyone. Exploiting the planet for profit is not a clever thing to do, for example. So yeah, those are things, some things will have to go, right? Some things were never good, and it is their time to go now. There are other things that can be questioned and evaluated and changed for the better. They can transform into something useful that actually serves a greater purpose and does no harm or way less harm. So, there are people who will break systems, old systems that are not good for us. And there are people who will fail in some of these old systems. One of these systems that have to change, for example, is the education system, the economic system. Some people will change in these systems, and it's very easily understandable. If we stick with the school example, some things about schools need to be changed. Some things that people learn are not actually up to date. And some people learn things in school that are actually not even true. So, and like, what is really useful in life? What are the things that people should learn in school? And what are things that people can, look up somehow, some way, online or in books, or ask a specialist when the need occurs, you know, when the need arises to know that. There are some things that should be taught that are not taught in school. And I mean, if students don't know where milk comes from, if students don't know how economy and nature and politics and marketing and media and social media interact with each other, and like, you know, there are interconnections. It is like, if we want to have a better world, and I bet that almost everyone on this planet wants a better world than we have currently, for ourselves and also for the next generations, for our children, for our grandchildren, and so on, and also for nature, for all those animals who can't go to vote. They can't vote. We want good laws that protect nature, right? So, you know, we have to take care of those things. We have the power as humans with free will to destroy things. We are able to do things that are beyond the divine order, that are bad. We can cause harm, but we also have the potential to do amazing things, like really, really exceptional, great things, that actually really are good for everyone and everything. So, guys, I mean, just amongst you and I right now, huh? Guys, we can do better than this. We can do better. Let's do better. Come on. Okay? So, the Ray children, some of them will fail in the old systems. So the old systems are questioned, reevaluated, and changed for the better. Some Ray children will create new systems, create new things. There are different rays, and these rays give these Ray children potentials and access, so they can fulfill their life tasks that are in specific fields. And of course, also Ray children have free will. So, you know, if like someone has orange as their Ray, that is like the complete social sector. So they have a huge choice of what they could do with their potential. Yeah, maybe in their free time, but most likely, I mean, why not earn your money with something you actually love and you are perfectly equipped for that? So, I mean, you can do great things, and you can do things you love, and other people would find it harder to do those things because they do not have the same potentials like you, because it's your life task to freaking do a great job in a specific field. And so if you are equipped perfectly for that field, of course it will be easier for you to be successful or really good at your job, right? And so, yeah, it is interesting to know your Ray, if you are a Ray child. So you can, you know, it gives you a perspective and direction, and it aligns you to your soul plan, to your life tasks, and it really gives you like a drive, one could say. Yeah, so that's the Ray children. There are different Rays. Those equip the Ray children with different potentials, and the soul is exposed to this Ray and accompanied by this Ray or different Rays. Some have one Ray, most have several. And some even have rainbow, which means all of them. So, yeah. Yeah, that ray or those rays accompany the soul into the baby's body. So during that time when the soul descends into the incarnation and enters the body of the baby, most times while it's still in the mama's belly, um, that is when the Ray children really become Ray children. They are, yeah, exposed to these energies and they get the potentials. And the soul anyway first chooses the life tasks for the incarnation, and if it makes sense to get some support and guidance through having a ray in their magnetic birth chakra as like the starting energy and like birth energy, then yeah, many souls try to incarnate as Ray children right now. So Ray children are not something, it's not like the future of humanity. It is generations of transition. Okay? When Earth and humanity have developed and evolved to a state where they live in unison with nature and have evolved. Let's just not talk too much about the future, but at some point it will stop that Ray children are being born on Earth. Especially they will not be born in such great numbers right now. We are actually in the phase where soon there will be more Ray children incarnated on Earth than souls without a ray, because there is great need. I mean, you can take a look around, you can see that there is great need for change, for improvement. And these keepers of the rays, they make sure that every child is equipped exactly in the best ways they need to be equipped to fulfill their life tasks and to contribute to the highest good of all. So yeah, and they also like are a little bit like teachers or guides, supporters, sometimes also like a little bit of like healers for their specific Ray children. And yeah, so that's that. I will do videos on the different rays, and I will not like completely tell you everything that's in the book, because then I could just sit here and read. But yeah, I thought I would give you some insights on the different rays in upcoming videos. Yeah, and if you want to, you can check out the description box below the video and get yourself a copy. There will be a second part of the Ray Children book. The first part is very much about the Ray Children, the rays themselves, how do they affect the Ray Children, and what is the energy in that ray, and what are the potentials these Ray children have, and what fields or areas are corresponding with these potentials, like where are the life tasks most likely. And that already is great help. I also asked what do these children need in order to develop in the best way and to thrive and to actually really be able to fulfill their life tasks and do their job and really be well. Because I mean, if someone helps you, you do not want to make life harder for that person, right? Makes sense. But that is what happened a lot of times, because if people do not understand, okay, this is a Ray child and that is the potential, that is where this person is really good, and so like let's let that person work exactly in this area, because it will be the best for the person, it will be best for the planet, it will be best for humanity, it will be best for society, it will be best for everyone. So yeah, that's helpful information. And often if people don't understand, well, if they don't know that Ray children exist, many people so far have only heard about indigo children or rainbow children or crystal children. I don't know all those names. Yeah, out of curiosity, I bought some of the books years ago that were available on the topic just to see what other people write, and it is not comparable. If you think you have the Indigo Children book or some other book and now you know everything, heck no. Heck no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh no. So you should really get yourself a copy of the Ray Children book, and you will know way more after that. Yeah, so the issue that many Ray children had, or also still have, is that they are not recognized. They don't know that Ray children exist. They don't know anything about the whole thing. And, you know, many people think they are freaks because they have perceptions that other people don't have. And they think they have all kinds of mental disorders, emotional disorders. You know, they feel like they are complete weirdos, and I don't know. And sometimes they are viewed like that also from society, from teachers, from parents, from, peers, like other students or whatever. And that's not a fun situation. So I can tell you this much from my own personal experience. When I learned about the Ray children, I certainly understood myself way better, and I stood up for myself, and I stopped feeling like a freak. For the biggest part. It's okay to be a bit, you know. But yeah, I felt like I'm okay as I am. I'm intended to be this way. And even though it's not the completely normal, I was created this way for a purpose. And I'm okay as I am. I have to be as I am. And that gave me a lot of peace and a lot of confidence and a lot of freedom in my expression also. But like, you know, being free of letting other people's judgment and lack of knowledge tear you down. It's good to be free of that, you know? So if you know yourself better, if you know, okay, I'm not a freak, I'm exactly right the way I am. I mean, everyone has their tasks where they have to, you know, work on something or improve something, but still, some people really feel as if they were complete failures, and they're not. So my biggest wish and hope and expectation, and also the experience that I have from many people in the German market who have bought this book and read it and love it dearly. I want people in the English-speaking world to know you're not a freak, you're not a weirdo, you are just right. You need to be just like you are, and it's good that you are here. Even if you don't consider yourself or are not considered by others as normal. Guess what? Normal will not be very much longer than normal because things are changing. Ray children will soon be the majority. Why? Because there is great need. And Ray children are not better. They're not superior, you know? This is not an invitation for a huge ego boost party. Ray children are not better. They are different. And that's okay. Okay? So, I hope that many people get this book, share the information with others. Please share this video if you think you know people who would be interested in seeing this, who need a little eye and heart opener. I want to touch people's heart with this information, and I want you to know that you're okay and that it's good that you're here just the way you are. And I want to help people recognize themselves and their potentials. I want them to be confident, standing up for themselves, and stopping trying to fit into those small little boxes where we just don't fit in. Stop it, okay? If you need someone who tells you this, stop trying to fit into small boxes. Yeah. We can do this together. And the more you know yourself and the more you know about your potentials and start learning how to use them and see them as an advantage that you need in order to fulfill your life tasks instead of something weird, something you should no time ever talk about. I mean, choose who you talk to, but you can talk to some people about what makes you special. And yeah, it's nice to do that. And it's beautiful to see people really come to life and become more confident, become more happy, and really live their best life. You know, fulfilling your life task is the best thing you can do on this planet. It feels great. So this is the invitation. Yeah. Okay. So this has been it for today. And in the second part of the book that will come out in a few months, I guess, there will be a lot of general information about the about the evolution on Earth, the processes, the interactions, the influences, interconnections, and also there are really like some information about the future of this planet and humanity, and about divine order. And yeah, actually, by the way, I didn't say that before, but I assumed that some people might know because they might have watched another video of me before. So divine order is just the natural order. It is not connected to any religion or any religious system. It is just like the original natural laws that, you know, regulate nature and souls and the universe and everything that goes on this planet and beyond. And yeah, humans can tune in or tune out of that. It's easier to tune in because then you are in the flow and then you are in unison. But we have free will. We can choose also to tune out and do things that are not in the divine order. And the results are some of the bad things you can see on this planet. Okay, so yeah, there are also, like, there is something in the second part of the book that will be named the Ray Children book part 2, the keepers of the rays, because those messages are really from the keepers of the rays, but not only on the topic of Ray Children. It's more generalized, understanding this world better. And there is also something that I find very important. The information about soulmates and, you know, such promises that, like, for eternal love. Some people, like, promise eternal love, like, beyond their death. And sometimes that affects later incarnations of the same soul. So if, like, two people meet and their souls have that information and that program of that eternal love thing, those people might feel attracted to each other, but it might not be welcome. And, like, if it's just an old promise, it's good to, you know, realize that and get rid of it, instead of letting that affect you and maybe destroy your marriage or your relationship, your family. So there is, very relevant and helpful information in the second part of the book as well, or in the second Ray Children book. So stay tuned for that. When I'm done with that, I will let you know. Until then, I wish you an amazing journey, a good time, great realizations and insights. And yeah, I hope that you will get to know yourself better and love yourself more and love other people more and have more understanding for them, how they are, why they are that way, with reading this book. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good life. Bye.